Today we're going to be talking about VidIQ. Now, if you're not familiar with VidIQ, they're one of the major YouTube consulting organizations in the space. They give YouTubers and social media people, content creators advice. They've been doing it for a while. They have over 1 million subscribers, so they must be doing something right. Right? Well, we're going to go into all that and more. There's a lot I like about VidIQ. There's a lot I don't like. We're going to be reviewing their YouTube channel, their website, as well as their app, and breaking this video down into parts. So this is going to be a big one, folks. Who am I? I'm a YouTube content creator with nearly 10 years of experience in the space. This is my first time making a YouTube channel. I'm normally a data analyst. I was a corporate analyst for years. I actually have several YouTube Play Button awards. This is my first time making content for me. VidIQ has always driven me insane, because they're kind of like the fake news generator of YouTube. Now, I know that's a big statement, because they actually do a lot of things right, and they say a lot of things right, but there's a lot that they also do wrong. We're going to be going into those nuances and more today. So without further ado, let's hop into the screen share and just start talking about VidIQ. So first off, and this pisses me off more than nothing else, is the use of the YouTube Certified badge. So I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube Certified was a program that was discontinued in 2019. Not like a year ago, 4 years ago. And on YouTube's support page, it states very clearly, YouTube no longer distributes badges to individuals who complete a YouTube Certified course. Do not use or display YouTube Certified badges that were previously distributed. So right off the bat, you have to take everything they say with a grain of salt, because their channel banner has a dirty lie in it. They may have been YouTube Certified at one point, but that badge is no longer valid. So now, let's hop into what I specialize in, and this is something that I help other channels work on, which are titles, thumbnails, topics, and intros, what I call the 8-second rule. I have a whole video on it if you're curious about the 8-second rule. But really, let's keep things simple. Title, thumbnail, topic, intros. VidIQ, these guys are the wizards, right? They claim to know how to do everything, and honestly, their titles and their thumbnails are fantastic. They really have a good understanding of what makes a good thumbnail and what makes a good title. Topics are always challenging. I think on any YouTube channel, you're going to run into challenges with topics. The number one thing I really don't like about VidIQ and how they present themselves is a lot of their content is clickbait. And in order for you to understand the nuances of that, I'm going to click on this video right here, just as an example. Now, this video says, this YouTube update got hacked, and now it's awesome. Great, by the way, great thumbnail, right? We have this beautiful focus on the face. We have Rob, who's the person in the thumbnail. He has this big expressive look on his face. By the way, I'm a big believer in solid plain color backgrounds, but they also have oversaturation. They really do a lot of things right. The thumbnail's great, the title's great, but what happens when I actually go and watch this video as a viewer and I'm like, oh, this YouTube update got hacked? Yeah, let's see. We're gonna skip the ad.
I've finally hacked YouTube.
He's done it. He's finally hacked YouTube, folks. What does that mean?
I have figured out how to upload any custom thumbnail you want to your YouTube show.
Oh, wow.
This is how you do it.
That's incredible. So the secret is insanely simple and literally not worth an entire 3-minute video. You just make whatever image you want, and then you put it somewhere in your video, even for a frame, and then you can scrub and find that frame in your video. It's very simple. Now, that's a great topic, and that's actually really helping viewers. My challenge is, you didn't say any of that in the thumbnail. You didn't say any of it in the title. You clickbaited me into thinking that there's this crazy new YouTube hack that you've come up with that's really commonplace. Now, you don't need to say this commonplace YouTube hack is uninspired, but you could have done something that was genuine. You could have said, here's how to put in a YouTube Shorts thumbnail. Now, you wouldn't have gotten as many views, and that's the thing. VidIQ, they know how to play the game to get views, but one of the things that frustrates me about that is they come off as disingenuine. And really, it sounds like Skinnerbox manipulation.
This is just blatant Skinnerbox manipulation.
It's just not even creative or fun. It's just let's plug and play. Look, if you want to plug and play, great. I'm much more about giving viewers what they're expecting, what they genuinely want, and not switch baiting them. And you'll see this a lot on their channel. This big YouTube update everyone wanted, or don't be on the wrong side of this YouTube update. So what's funny about this video, which I've watched, don't be on the wrong side of this YouTube update, you can go watch it. Essentially, all they say is hey, the reapplication program for monetization has changed. That's really what it's about. And nowhere do they say that in the first 10 seconds. Nowhere do they say that in the title and the thumbnail. And it's clickbait. It's really disappointing, to be honest. So while they apply the rules, and while vidIQ is really a lesson, like, this is a school in how to do good thumbnails. That's what vidIQ is great for. And if you want to go to their channel and learn, really what you're learning is how to do good thumbnails, how to do good titles, but what you're also learning is how to clickbait people. And I don't like clickbaiting people. I've never approved of it, and I've always believed that being genuine and just saying what you need to say up front and being honest about that is still interesting. You can make it interesting, and that what they're doing is kind of hack. It's hacky, and not in a good way. But I know I was hypercritical just there. They have amazing thumbnails, and that's something to celebrate. And what makes their thumbnails so good? Let's talk about that for a second. So arrows are a hack. If you're not familiar with this, throwing arrows into your thumbnails in some way, particularly if you're them and you're largely looking at data or information or graphics or talking about views. Like when you talk about numbers, people love to see that graph, and they love to see those little arrow pointers pointing at something, or the YouTube play button. People love that stuff. I don't even know why, but I've noticed over the years many, many times when we drop an arrow or some kind of pointing thing into a thumbnail, it's much more likely to get clicked on. I call it channeling the lizard brain. You're trying to activate people's subconscious minds and get them to consciously be aware of something. So this is a great way to tap into people's subconscious. It's a total hack. Play with arrows in your thumbnails. Another thing that they do a lot is circles in thumbnails. I've seen circles do really well. I know this stuff sounds crazy or ridiculous, but it really does. Like, these are hacks, you know? The arrow hack works. The circle hack works. People love money, so talking about money and monetization or how to improve your monetization, that's always going to do well. YouTube monetization update, how much money do you make? Again, it's vague. It doesn't really tell me what the video's about. It's super clickbaity. That's why I don't like them. Another hack that they use a lot is caps lock. Caps lock is 100% cruise control for cool. I highly recommend using caps lock in your titles. Use caps lock. Now, here's the problem with vidIQ. They use caps lock incorrectly. You want to use caps lock in a way that it doesn't come off as sarcastic or thirsty for views. You want to use caps in a way that is impactful and meaningful. So let's take a look. How to beat the YouTube Shorts algorithm with 36 proven hacks? That's a great use of caps. Why? Because it's relevant. Because proven hacks are the most important two words of this entire sentence. How to beat the YouTube Shorts algorithm with 36 proven hacks? Oh, I want to know about the hacks. That's a good use of caps. The big YouTube update. That's a great use of caps. We like caps there. That's a good use of caps. Let me find one that's bad, because they use a lot of ones. Yeah, this one is a great one. This is why you're not growing on YouTube. This makes no sense. They're just inserting caps lock wherever they kind of feel like it in a way that doesn't emphasize really anything. You could have said, this is why you're not growing on YouTube. That would have been a better use of caps. Pick a word or the most impactful word of your sentence or an important word in your sentence. Make it deliberate and make sure your caps lock is additive, or don't use caps lock at all. And really, like, do you want to use caps lock? Sure. Small channels, 4,000 watch hours is not impossible! You could have just said not in all caps, impossible, exclamation point. Like, they really overuse caps to a point where it comes off as ingenuine and thirsty for views. And I've tried some of these caps lock tactics on channels. On some channels, like gaming channels or vlogger channels, the caps works, but on channels like news channels or channels that are trying to be serious, if you use caps lock, you're going to lose views. I promise you. So if you're a serious channel or you report the news, don't be like over the top ridiculous like these guys with their ridiculous faces. Like, this is great advice for vloggers and independents, but it's not like their use of caps in their titles is not good advice for like most situations, unfortunately. But it's a total hack. Like, caps will get you views. Now, one thing they don't do that I see a lot of YouTubers do is they'll put emojis in their titles. Emojis, when you use an impactful and relevant emoji, you can get a lot more views. And they don't do that at all. I bet if I told them that, they would put an emoji in every title. That's one of the reasons why vidIQ bothers me, is because when they find a hack, they have a tendency to overuse it versus just use it when it's appropriate. We've talked a lot about their thumbnails. We've talked a lot about their titles, which are both amazing. Their videos are super clickbaity, which we don't like. We're going to go to their most popular, and we're going to see that it's kind of the same, and that's a good thing. So when your latest videos look a lot like your most popular videos, you're doing something right. Let's take a look at their most popular, compare it against their latest, and just see what they're doing right. So yeah, big mistakes small YouTubers make. That was actually a good video. I've watched that video, and it's not as clickbaity as one might think. Let's take a look. Is there anything here that's magic? Yeah, how to start a YouTube gaming channel has been a huge winner for them and has gotten them a ton of views over and over again. So that might be a topic for me to mine. So this is another thing that you can do. If you want to research other channels, a great thing to do is go and look at your competitors or people who do content like you. Like my channel is all about YouTube advice. So I would go to vidIQ's most popular, look at their topics, and try and copy some of these for sure. Maybe not their approach for it, but definitely, like, some of these topics are great to mine. Let's see. The moment Elon Musk donated $1 million to Team Trees, that's not even relevant. They're just trying to get clicks, right? They're trying to get that little viral video, and it's not even central to their brand or consistent with their brand. So another thing they do right is consistency. They have 2 hosts. We largely only see Rob Wilson's face. There's another guy, I'm blanking on his name right now, but they're very consistent about their tone and style, and that's really fundamental to being successful on YouTube, is being consistent about your publishing schedule, being consistent about your thumbnail style and art style, being consistent about your content style and your tone. And they do all of that right, and that's one of the main reasons that they have over 1 million subscribers. What else? So that's really the YouTube channel. We've talked about the YouTube channel. Now let's take a look at their website. So if you're not familiar with their website, you can literally just Google it. Just type in VidIQ, and I'm sure it'll be the first result. Right now, we're on their website and in their dashboard. The dashboard and all of its tools can be kind of overwhelming, and you have to pay for a lot of them. I only use the free version of vidIQ's website and their app. So if you want to use the paid version, I'm sure there's more that you can do. I don't need it. I mean, I've been a YouTube expert for years. I don't really need a lot of their advice. But they do have some tools that even I find useful. They really do. Like, vidIQ does have some useful tools. They have some other tools that aren't as useful. So AI title recommendations are super fun. I've used this on occasion just to kind of play with the title. So if you type in your title, so my review of vidIQ, which might be the name of the video I'm going to write, let's see what they say. You won't believe what I discovered using vidIQ. So this is clickbait, right? I hate this. Secrets of vidIQ that every YouTuber should know. That's clickbait. I don't like that. vidIQ, the game changer for your YouTube channel. Well, honestly, oh, here you go. Is vidIQ worth the hype? My honest opinion revealed. So I like that. So you can see they can give you AI title recommendations. You have to be kind of picky and smart about which ones you pick. Don't just blindly copy paste. But they do have some good suggestions that I've seen work. Now, here's the funny thing. You can just as easily do this in ChatGPT. You don't need vidIQ to do this for you. There's so many AI programs out there that auto-generate titles, namely ChatGPT, and ChatGPT does a really good job, and you don't get 3 credits. You get infinite credits. So if you're going to play with AI titles, I recommend going to ChatGPT. Now, vidIQ's is honestly a little better, but you don't have to pay for ChatGPT. That's what's nice about it. And then one of the things I really love about vidIQ is their tags and their keywords. So you can really be picky about the keywords and tags that you want to use and just see what's trending. So let's click on this. I actually want to see where this goes. So I'm going to type in my keywords, so YouTube channel review, and just see what comes up. So you can see, this is a medium for vidIQ. Now you can also do, there is keyword searches that you can do in YouTube Studio. I'm planning on doing a whole separate video about that, but if you go into the research tab on YouTube Studio, you'll actually get similar recommendations to this. So again, this tool isn't super valuable. One thing I love about it is that it gives you search volume. It actually lets you know how many people are actually searching for whatever it is you just typed in. So it's a pretty small number. Like if I were to type in Elon Musk, you're going to see how much bigger of a keyword that is. 5 million people searching for Elon Musk, right? Versus YouTube channel review, which is only 2913. So this can actually give you a much better idea versus Google Trends or what have you. This will give you a much clearer idea of how many people are using a given search term and how valuable it is, as well as how much competition there is. This is in the Keywords tab on their website. I use this regularly. I actually really recommend using this. I'm a big fan of it. Just know that if you're going to log into vidIQ, you have to log in to use their tools. You do have to give away your data. So my recommendation is to create a dummy account, log in with that dummy account to their website, rather than give them all of your data. Let me see, I have the Wikipedia article in. Yeah, in 2016, a YouTube hacker group called OurMine hacked all of VidIQ. Do not give them your data. They could easily get hacked. Now, they say they don't use it for anything. They say they're secure. I don't buy it. So I logged in with a dummy account. You can see my dummy account up there. I've actually made the mistake of logging in with my main account in the past. So VidIQ has all my data. You can't ask for it back, sadly. And once you've given it to them, you've given it to them. But that's a good thing to keep in mind if you're going to go on the website or what have you. What else? I'm trying to think. So there's keywords. There's the AI daily ideas. Daily ideas is fun. You never know what you're going to get in daily ideas, and they always give you a few, which is nice. And if you actually do connect your proper channel or you just write in ideas, they'll generate some for you, which is nice. But again, they have credits. And what else can you use that does this? ChatGPT. Hello. You can use ChatGPT to give you this stuff for free. So really, it's just the keywords tab. I'm trying to think, like, what else? Ooh, competitors. The competitors tab is handy. Some of this is pro, some of this you have to pay for, but being able to add in competitors and just look at how they're doing over the same time period or what have you can be really handy. The competitors tab is super helpful, but mainly I just come here for the keywords. So that's the website. Now, after you download the app off the website, a ton of interesting things happen. First off, when you search anything on YouTube, so I've searched VidIQ, right? I typed in VidIQ. You get this really cool little search panel that you can even make go away. You can turn it on or turn it off, and you can see how high the search volume score is. And so this is similar to what we saw on the website, but it's got a nicer look, it's higher fidelity, and it shows up on YouTube. So this is an app that fully connects in and integrates into YouTube. And then you can see the top channels. Like, there's just a ton of interesting stuff here, and this is why I downloaded the app, is literally for like this side panel that's really nice. Another thing that you can do is you can look at tags on other channels. So Mr. Beast is a great example. So this was really instrumental. Like, VidIQ was instrumental in me crafting some of my YouTube strategy, because I learned that the biggest players in the space have no tags. Mr. Beast has no tags, MKBHD has no tags, the Vlog Brothers, they usually don't have tags. You'd be shocked at how many channels and pages out there just have no tags at all. Tags don't matter at all. Topics really don't matter. YouTube's going to place you in the algorithm where you need to be. There's a lot of other information here that I don't find helpful or important. Here's what's nice. You can actually look at the views on this video in its first 28 days and look at how many views it got in its first 28 days versus its channel average, but that's an upgrade. You have to pay for that. A lot of interesting stuff just in the free tool for VidIQ. Now, we're in Studio. I've logged into my YouTube channel, and now I can go to any single one of these videos, and I can drill down, and you can see VidIQ has like full integration. So I can get an AI title recommendation or description recommendation. I really actually don't recommend using their description recommendation tool. You know, search terms that you rank for. They have a thumbnail builder that I actually hate. I've used it. I've disabled it because I really don't like it. And then they give you an SEO score, which doesn't matter. Don't ignore the SEO score. And this is where a lot of the misinformation comes into play, is VidIQ claims to be like this SEO amazing tool that's going to blow you away. But I promise you, a lot about VidIQ and their SEO scores is kind of BS. So take what they say with a grain of salt. Really, I wouldn't spend any time on tags at all. You can see I have a lot of tags, but that's because I automate this. So I actually have settings that every video I put in the same tags over and over again. Why do I do that? Well, on the off chance that tags ever has an impact, I just want to be optimized. And so what I do is I never change these tags. I just have the same tags for every video. If you go into your settings, you can actually auto-generate tags for every new video you upload. Saves you a ton of time. If you have questions about that, I'm happy to answer in the comments. So VidIQ does a lot of things right. They have really consistent hosts, really consistent tone of content. Their thumbnails and titles are such a lesson in how to do thumbnails and titles right. I don't like how they use caps lock, and they don't use emojis, which is another hack. They should be. They should be using emojis. So that's a tip for free for VidIQ. Their website is really only useful for keyword searches. That's all I use it for. They do have some title recommendations, but you can just get those for free in ChatGPT. Why pay for Pro? They do have some competitive analysis stuff that's fun. And then they have that YouTube integration. And remember, make that dummy account. Don't sign in and give them their data because they got hacked big time in 2016, and you don't want to lose. You don't want your YouTube data like going public. In my opinion, if you don't care, who cares? Sign in, whatever. You'll actually get more value out of the VidIQ tools if you sign in with your main account. That is VidIQ in a nutshell. If you learned anything today, I hope it's not to do clickbait. But I hope this was interesting, and as always, subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I'll catch you later. Bye.